This is my first time chairing this meeting, because Chairman Gagnon was so diligent in not meeting me last year to run another meeting. So, next on our agenda is the consent calendar. When do I ask for public comment?
On the discussion items.
Okay, so no, just process wise.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So our consent calendar is listed. We are requesting, and do I take A and B together? Yes, okay. We're requesting, that we're going to approve the, agenda as well as the minutes for the June 18, 2025 meeting. Can I get a motion? Motion. A motion from Commissioner Alistida, second by Commissioner Romy. All those in favor? Yeah, okay. All those opposed? Any extensions? Okay, so this passes. All right, item number 3 is anything, any reading of any correspondence in the public record. Do we have anything for the public record?
We do not.
Okay, great. Item 4 is open forum. Members of the public are invited to speak on any item that does not appear on today's agenda, and that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Library and Education Commission. You are generally given 2 minutes to speak on any discussion item. During open forum, the time limit is at my discretion apparently, and speakers who need a translator will be given twice the time allotted. Do you have anyone for open forum?
We do not.
Which we want to. Okay, great. So far, we're doing great, everyone. Really good. Item number 5 is our discussion and action items. We're gonna start with item A, an information item from our very own Joyce Ellington branch.
I will be stepping in during the for services and Professor who could not be here this evening. To introduce our wonderful branch manager, Trina Richburg. Trina has been a librarian with the system for 25 years. Give or take. And I will tell you that Trina is one of those folks that whenever, as a leader, as a manager in the system, whenever we have, an opening in a neighborhood where we really need a strong leadership, need someone to, take care of the situation, calm things down, get things running smoothly. Trina's been the one, and so she's always been really helpful to keep the system running and, is a real advocate for literacy, for programming, and for the community, and can handle just about anything. So I just really want to appreciate you, and I think this is your last presentation to the commission, so let's all give it up for Trina. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, everyone.
Yes.
I am Trina Richburg. I am the manager of Joyce Ellington and Tully branches, and I want to welcome you all here to Joyce Ellington. So the original Joyce Ellington branch, our brother's Empire branch, opened on this site in 1977, and it closed in 2005 for rebuild. So we are in the building that was opened in 2008, which was named after Joyce Ellington, who was a community activist here. She was instrumental in getting this library here, right next to the school. She used to be a big activist in this community, and I actually happened to grow up in this neighborhood in Grant Elementary, and I remember Joyce Ellington. She served to be involved with everything going on in the school. She was just such a strong advocate for literacy, education, community. She was on the library commission for 7 years, and she was chair at one point. I'm going to take a moment to recognize Joyce Ellington, and we will now take a look at some facts about the library and the community. So we are open 7 days a week. We have 27 public computers, which are very popular here. This community room has a capacity of 60. We're very excited. We have a council member for District 3. We're super excited to work with council member Curtius and 15 staff members. So let's see a little bit about the community here. What's significant for this area is the adults 25 to 54, 50%. That's a large percentage of adults in that age range. A lot because of our proximity to San Jose State. We carry over into that service area a little bit. Languages spoken at home: English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Chinese, Tagalog. So lots of languages spoken in this community. Lots of members of the community are two or more races: Asian, white, some other race, Black. So lots of diversity in this community. Median household income, 122,700. So some usage statistics. We see our membership count from 23, 24, 24, 25. Went down a little bit, but our visits went up. When we go a little bit into further detail, you'll see our computer use. I would think that that number went up because of hotspots and people needing access, not having as much options to take home, but they can come here and use the computers here. We have a lot of programs. Computer use, 5th highest in the system, even though we're a relatively small branch. Our circulation, these are the 5, it's kind of hard to see, but these are the top 5 categories. Children's picture books, children's easy readers, children's nonfiction, children's graphic novels. That's common for picture books to be the highest searching item, but it's great to see the other parts of the children's collection get used well. And also our adult nonfiction is our highest ranking type of item. We have a variety of programs and services. We have a librarian here who is dedicated to doing digital equity programs. So he leads our digital skills building pathways programs, and he does some coding programs with youth. We have an amazing team of librarians that do story times here and over the summer, with the park, the Kesto Park and the neighborhood, so they connect with the community very well. We also have a very robust expanded learning set of programs. We're heavy on math here. We have math enrichment, 1 in math, homework club, and reading. We have a reading camp over the summer for 5th graders. Of course, given the diversity of the community, we recognize it's very important to have cultural events that address everybody's interests. So we have our Lunar New Year celebration back in February. We had a visit from Opera San Jose. Santa Claus come every year. This year, one of our Storytime parents offered to lead a Diwali dance party, which was really, really good. We've had volunteers help with resume help. And we're expanding our program offerings for adults and senior citizens as well. We have an amazing crew of volunteers. So our Friends of the Library member has 7 members, and they do book sales a year, and they help us pay for a variety of programs here. And we have 41 volunteers that lead programs, that assist with library services, and that includes Friends of the Library also. And this is our wonderful team, truly dedicated folks that just enjoy working with people from all backgrounds, all ages. They're excited to learn, they're excited to see people learn. So we have an amazing team here, and we're very fortunate. And I want to conclude with a success story. So I think you guys are hopefully familiar with the Resilience Corps Associates program. You're familiar with that. Sarah Ferreira was our first Resilience Corps Associate here at Joyce Ellington. This was in 2022. When she began, she's very shy, but we could tell she was excited about the role and getting to work with kids. Her focus was learning programs for school-age kids. She put so much energy, effort into developing a weekly STEM program. She developed the curriculum and attracted the following, and it was just wonderful to see her blossom through the course of the year. And now, Sarah is a behavioral therapist at Maxim Healthcare Services, working with children diagnosed with autism. She helps clients develop skills such as communication, social skills, motor skills, and a bit of academics. So this is wonderful. It's a wonderful way for the library to get the help to do additional programs, for the RCAs to grow and blossom and get this experience, and then to see them go out in the world and be successful. Sarah, I know would like to come back to SBPO, so we're hoping that she will, but just wanted to share that, which is, I think, a great example of how all library services, not just at the branch level, but resilience core and everything all come together to make a big difference in people's lives. So, with that, if anyone has any questions, I would be happy to take them.
Thank you, Library Richard. We don't have any questions for our esteemed librarian. There are no public comments. Okay, great. Commissioner Baker.
Right there. In the library and the school here. Just want to know, is that something in connection with the school? Is this something that we are doing specifically here at this library, volunteers? Can you tell us a little bit more about that, how students sign up for this?
Our home club is dropping and it is run by our resilience core associates. So our resilience core associate for this year just started this week. He's hit the ground running. He's already, I crossed paths with him after he left the program today. And he told me he got to teach someone reading comprehension. This is his first week and he's excited. So we get help from resilience core. We do programs. They work 20 hours a week and they do programs. Ours is dropping, the work is dropping, anyone can come. Our librarian, has close connections with our elementary, so any, especially anything academic related, she lets them know. And we'd like students to come and participate. Since the school year just started, we're hoping that the homework club will be successful again, but it's just kind of a informal setting to work with kids with their individual.
How many students are we
It's a small group, it's usually like between 1 and 5.
Any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much, and thank you for our juice boxes. Next on our discussion action items is item number adding theme, information, public services overview, and I'll turn it over to our library director to introduce the division after. Thank you.
I'm glad we get to actually have the full cast here today to speak to meet some of our newer commissioners. So we have joining us three of our core division managers, Jean Harrigan and Abby Scholl, and I'll let them introduce their areas of oversight as they go through the presentation.
Thank you for having us. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Morris. I'm Division Manager for South Branches and Kingman Library. I'm going to start the presentation, but I'll have you introduce yourself first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Abby Scholl. I'm the library's division manager for digital empowerment and public technology. And under my division, I oversee our digital equity and empowerment unit, our broadband and partnerships unit, our library IT unit, and our data and analytics unit.
My name is Jean Harris, and I'm the division manager overseeing North Branches and collections.
So the public services team will be providing our annual public services update with an overview of how our library performed during fiscal year 24-25. We'll look at our key startup indicators, including circulation, membership, visits, operating hours, and computer usage, and then turn to some exciting upcoming projects. Our goal is not only to review the numbers, but also to understand what they tell us about community needs. These data points help us measure impact, allocate resources, plan for future budgets, and ensure we continue to provide relevant and accessible services. So the service hours remain unchanged, with half of our locations open 7 days a week. In FY 24-25, we witnessed an increase in library visits, marking a 6.35% increase over the previous fiscal year. This is a testament to the growing interest in online services. Despite the change to our e-library card membership in February, which preserved access to high-demand e-resources like Hoopla, Overdrive, and Coursera for local residents, our circulation experienced a very minor increase of 0.3%. This change significantly reduced the average wait time for popular electronic materials by approximately 2 weeks, demonstrating our commitment to enhancing user experience. The change to our e-library card membership in February not only improved our ability to serve our local residents, but also positively impacted our overall membership growth. We saw a slight increase from 762,169 in FY 23-24 to 763,555 in FY 24-25. This increase was due to people returning to the library post-pandemic, the library Sunday hours expansion, the growing popularity of the e-card, new student library card partnerships, and limited edition cards that were released to commemorate the King Library's anniversary and celebrity author visit. Let's now review the library's foot traffic. We had over 3.8 million library visitors during FY 24-25, which is a testament to the library's growing popularity. We are showing a continuous uptick in visits at King as well as the branches. In 23-24, we saw a 20% increase from year prior. And in 24-25, we observed a 6% rise in library visits. One more. So from our gate count dashboard, we recognize that the Berryessa branch has had the most visits 3 consecutive years, followed by Almaden, Educational Park, and Cambrian branches. This slide also shows representation of library visits across branches in the past 3 fiscal years. Now I turn it over to my colleague.
Hello again. I'm happy to share an update on our circulation trends over the past 3 fiscal years. Overall circulation has held steady with a modest but positive increase. In fiscal year 22-23, total circulation was about 7.47 million items. That number grew to 7.69 million in 23-24 and reached 7.72 million in 24-25. Breaking it down by format, we see that physical circulation dipped slightly in 23-24, but rebounded in 24-25, caught back over 5.5 million. Meanwhile, ebook circulation peaked in 23-24 at just over 2.3 million, with 24-25 following closely with nearly 2.2 million. This shows that while digital borrowing remains strong, physical items continue to be the foundation of our overall circulation. Looking at the branch level data on the chart below, you can see that the circulation patterns remain consistent across locations, with branches like Berryessa, Cambrian, West Valley continuing to lead checkouts. Most branches are holding steady year over year, with some showing modest growth. In summary, despite small shifts between physical and digital formats, our total circulation remains strong, demonstrating ongoing engagement with both traditional and digital library services. Now let's turn to computer and Wi-Fi usage for fiscal year 23-24. Across the year, we recorded just under 500,000 total sessions, 783 in total, which averages out to about 4,000 sessions per month. Of those, 265,000 were on library computers, and nearly 230,000, sorry, were Wi-Fi sessions, showing a balance between in-house desktop use and patrons bringing in their own devices. Looking at the month-to-month trends on the chart, you'll notice that the usage peaked in October when we had almost 47,000 total sessions. Activity dipped towards the winter months, especially in December, before climbing again in the spring. And this reflects seasonal patterns we often see, with fall and spring being our busiest times for technology use. In terms of location, the busiest branches were King, Tully, Alum Rock, Berryessa, Joyce Ellington, Educational Park, Evergreen, Hillview, Seven Trees, Edenvale, and West Valley. These locations continue to serve as technology hubs in their neighborhoods, and in summary, digital access through both library computers and Wi-Fi remains a critical service with consistent demand across the year. Now, back to Jean.
Thank you. So, now I just wanted to share, I just shared all the data, so we'll move on to some more information about our services. So we're excited that with the adoption of this fiscal year's budget, City Council has approved the permanent elimination of overdue funds for library materials. Pause. So you might remember that the previous July 1st, 2024, we did, the City Council did approve the elimination of library overdue fines on a temporary basis or on a one-year basis. So what this means is that anything that was returned to the library after July 1st, 2024, did not get assessed any overdue fines. So there could be people who have overdue fines on their account that were assessed before that date. And we also continue to assess late lost book fee or to charge if someone loses something. But we continue to offer our programs that allow people to volunteer away their fines, to read away their fines, and also we have our book replacement program. So if you or someone you know has a lost book, you can bring in a book to replace the one that was lost. Some of our priorities for this fiscal year are listed here. First, at the King Library, we have underway the development of an AI center in partnership with SJSU Library. And so that is in process now and should be available later this year. That will be able to provide public technology and skill building for folks who use that space. We also are working on the alignment of our existing and also new efforts for third grade reading. This year, we will also begin the process to migrate to a new integrated library system. And that's the integrated library system is a software tool that the library uses to check out materials to people, to create library card accounts, to track the inventory of books and other items in the system. So it'll be a big undertaking for us that we'll be working toward beginning this year. And we also look forward to the completion of our facilities and customer service master plan. We're continuing our preparations for the renovation of the Biblioteca Latinoamericana, which some of you visited last year around this time, I think. And then finally, through a grant that we were awarded from the Carnegie Corporation, we are building more pathways for our participants in ESL and adult literacy, as well as our college and workforce development programming. And that's that completes our presentation, and we will have to take questions if there are.
Are there any?
There is none.
Okay, any questions from the commissioners? I have a question. Why is Tuesday the most popular day?
I can speculate, or you want to hear
I mean, just randomly, like.
Yeah, on Mondays, we are, open fewer hours, so I think people save up their library visits for Tuesday. That's my theory, and lots of our branches do have a Tuesday morning story time as well.
Okay.
First one.
How cute. Commissioner Baker.
Similar question, I noticed that visitation goes up in October. What's the reason for that?
Very good reason for that, at many of our branches, we do have students coming back to school, and so after they've already gone through a lot of programs with the school, they are visiting the library. On Halloween. Oh, and Halloween, yes, we have a big program.
Any other questions from commissioners, vice chair?
I'm interested to know more about, the grant that you have, with the Carnegie Corporation of New York. Have we learned about that? Could we just get a little bit of insight?
I think so. I think that we had just found out, and maybe it wasn't public yet at our last meeting of the year. So a press release went out, during the summer that we were one of 11 libraries nationally that was awarded. It's a $500,000 grant. And so we're in, and it is to support the areas that you mentioned. We're in the phase of kind of pulling together, our plans on how we're gonna do implementation. But it will support programs that you've heard about, or ESL, Digital Literacy, and then figuring out how to connect those with the workforce and cultural career pathways work. So we'll definitely be doing more updates on that over the course of the year. I can't remember if the agenda is on the calendar, but it's one that we'll be able to add with, we'll bring it to commission to add.
Commissioner Wolf.
Having been a third teacher for 30 years, I was wondering what your fourth grade literacy programs look like.
It just so happened. It just so happens that our commissioner does not present, oversees our education, team. And so we have the education unit and what we call the expanded learning unit, which works specifically on, grade level reading and attainment. And so we do a separate presentation all about that. So we get a deep dive into that. But we do have a combination of programs happening at every location, as well as robocall, as well as a few hallmark programs like our SJ Learns program, which is a strong partnership we have with school districts, specifically around third grade reading and math. It extends the school day, and the city, the library, and the Library Foundation administer grants in partnership with school districts to do extended day reading and math attainment, and we have really good assessments on those programs. There's a lot to answer your question. We actually have pretty robust third grade reading plans coming up as well, so that's another thing that will be on our agenda.
Well, thank you to our division managers for that wonderful presentation. And because that was just an information item, there was no action taken. Now we're moving on to item 6, probably with announcements. I don't know if Councilmember Canadian has someone here.
She was not, and they did not send a report for the meeting.
Okay, our new commissioners, our council liaison is Councilmember Kamei, Rosemary Kamei, who went to Commissioner Wolf. She typically actually joins us, so, there's probably a scheduling conflict. And we'll move on to, item, number 7, which is chair's announcements. And these are announcements that the Library and Education Commission Chair, would announce. I'm going to ask all of our new commissioners to just introduce themselves and, say which seat they fill, what their appointing authority is, and, just so that we know how to pronounce their names. And welcome them, yes, welcome them, and we have 2 boxers.
I'm Daphne Wolf, and I'm District 1.
Jimmy.
I'm Charrier Bustamante, Florida Education.
Welcome, and remember, we have 2 boxers. Okay, great, moving on to item 8, the library director's announcements, and you have the floor, Director Warren.
Thank you. You okay?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, James, yes, okay. Okay, well, we had a wonderful summer. Okay, we had a fantastic summer, to celebrate, and I think things just recently happened is the library just launched our first ever library park with the San Jose Earthquakes. And, we had a big event on, August. Yeah, at their game, they said that we were from the Jumbotron, and, actually, our, library presented booth was one of the most popular things there in the, epicenter activity zone. Staff issued more than 100 new library books during the game, which was really fun. And assisted about 600 people at our outreach table, where people learned about membership and, learned about our foundation, and also got some of our new cool soccer giveaways that were aligned with our summer reading program. So the new card is launching. It's available, was made available on August 11th at all locations, and in the first week has already issued 350 cards, so it's been pretty popular. Of course, you can learn more about it at sjpl.org/earthquakes. And I want to thank, Commissioner Alistida was there with us on the Jumbotron. It was really fun. Also, we had that big day that our class of 2025 career online high school graduation. And so we have now had 12 graduations. We had it at the City Hall Rotunda. This one celebrated 44 graduates. 24 of whom were in attendance. And since we launched the program in 2016, we have had 236 San Jose adults earn their accredited high school diploma. And we have 50 more currently enrolled. So just a really inspirational program that we've been able to offer in great partnership with our foundation. The California State Library has provided scholarships. San Jose City Council members have typically provided a scholarship for their, as one of their students. And we also have support from Comcast for the program. So it continues. We have scholarships available. If you know any adults who want to achieve their high school diploma, you can refer them to sjpl.org/COHS. And we will definitely alert you of any future graduations. It is one of the most inspiring programs you'll attend as commissioner. And then we just wrapped up our summer learning program. So there's probably like 3 pages of programs that we went through, but I won't go up through everything. We did have over 11,500 residents join our summer learning program this year, which is a 10% increase from last year. And we had the highest completion rate that we've ever had, which is super exciting. So people read about 142,000 books, and which is about 3.1 million minutes of reading. How cool is that? Thousands of kids received free books, hundreds won SF Giants tickets and other giveaways, and we also had other prizes awarded, including San Jose Earthquakes and Day FC tickets. And then we had our graphic novel making contest, which typically runs every year from June first to July 31st. We did also have a banner year with 272 entries. The process there is that we have a staff committee that reviews all the entries, and then we have a big ceremony, and this year it's on Saturday, September 13th at 2 p.m. Mark your calendars, in the City Hall Rotunda and the council chambers. There's always really excellent guests who speak to the crowd about careers in art and graphic novels. And we were so blessed to have so many successful artists and writers in this area, especially working for like Pixar and, you know, those companies. So it's really, you know, it's inspiring for the young artists. And so it's always a really, really popular program. So if you'd like to attend, let us know. Again, September 13th at 2 p.m. in the City Hall Rotunda. And then lastly, we'd like to invite you to join us for an inspiring event, the 2025 YWCA Inspire Book Discussion Panel. Is occurring on Tuesday, August 26th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the MLK Library. And this year we will explore healing, justice, and activism through Amanda Nguyen's memoir, Saving Five. And it will feature a panel with the YWCA Associate Director of Social Justice, the YWCA Chief Program Officer, County Supervisor Betty Young, Christina Johnson, who's the president of the Vietnamese American Roundtable, and Jill Warren, Shakefield City Librarian, as well as everyone. So let us know if you'd like to attend. It's all the information is available at sjfield.org/events. And then very lastly, we have a story time coming up with our own city manager, Jennifer McGuire, that will be on Wednesday, August 27th at 11 a.m. in the Martin Luther King Jr. Children's Library Room. That concludes my announcements. Welcome any questions.
Any questions from? Just one day every time we pass by PayPal Park, my daughter says, go AFC, so. Okay, I'm gonna bring us back to item number 6. Our council liaison is here. Welcome, council member Command.
Thank you so much, and my apologies for being early. You know, as many of you know, we were on recess in July, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like, wow, the tsunami is coming, all these meetings, so I just came back from another meeting, so I do apologize. But, you know, it's so exciting to see you all and be a part of this. I gotta say, I'm so excited whenever we see anything with the library. So, this last week we had our Viva Parks, and of course, the library was there. And I got to too many, it's like so many books, so little time. But you know, their presence is just wonderful. You know, I mean, there were so many kids and families, and so I'm just delighted for all of the things. I mean, Jill went through a whole list of all of the activities. It touches many, many segments of our community at different stages of life. So I'm just thrilled to be back and to be able to participate with you and most especially have my District 1 commission. I'm very excited about that, you know, and you know, as we move forward, many of you know that, you know, we went through our budget process and all of that. Looking ahead, one of the consent items that's coming up at our next meeting on August 26th is keeping library patrons connected to ebooks, e-audiobooks, and related digital services. There's a continuing agreement. It's gonna be a 3 longtime vendor for a total of 1.5 million for the year. Most of that would go to Overdrive, which is the main platform patrons use with the San Jose Library. So these agreements make sure that our community has equitable access to a wide range of digital materials. So that is coming to council, and, you know, I'm sure if our consent, it will pass, no problem. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and to share with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Kling. Item number 9 is our comments and announcements. Any announcements and meetings attended by commissioners, as commissioners, and this is where you will share your commissioner, any meetings or announcements that you attended a meeting as a commissioner. Very straightforward.
Hi, this is Commissioner Alcina. So for District 5, we had a very busy month, in the month of August. So I'm just gonna list out the events that I attended as Commissioner. The first one that I would like to highlight is the Allen Rock 20th anniversary event. We had over, I want to say 200 people there with kids. We had events for the community and for the East Side residents. So just wanted to give a huge shout out also to the staff for putting such a great event together. As well, so thank you for that and supporting the district chair. The second event that I attended as commissioner is we did a cleanup with San Jose Parks and Recreation, Parque de la Vista, which is next to the libraries. And the school. So just wanted to say that we had a great time with the community while also cleaning up the playground for the children. And you know, we're looking forward to doing that again next month. The third event that we attended as commissioner is the lighting of the Mayfair Bridge. We had community members there and also Councilmember Peter Ortiz. We worked on this and it took about 15 years to get some lights into this bridge. So just want to give a shout out that now our community in that area, East Side San Jose, feels safer at night and kids can actually cross the bridge and not feel any type of turmoil. And then the last one, and I think this was my favorite event, was the San Jose Airways Library Card Launch. As Jill mentioned, it was an amazing event. We did have almost 500 people on our line. It was insane. Thank you so much to the staff for that. Again, amazing work. And if you haven't gotten your San Jose Airways card, you're late because I already got one. So, hope you get it, and hopefully I'll see you guys at another Earthquakes event. Thank you.
I'd like to make one comment, if I may.
Go ahead, Commissioner Rooney. Thank you, Commissioner.
Yeah, I'm sure you really like to announce the formation of the Valley View Reed Neighborhood Association, which is out in the area of Branham High School, Branham and Meridian. And we participated in what's the name of the night thing?
Oh, National, you know.
Oh, National Night Out, I couldn't think of that. That was extremely successful. I would venture to guess we had 90 to 100 people, which for a brand new neighborhood association, I think it's pretty good. And everybody is very enthusiastic, and I told the folks that were there that I was on the library commission, and they seem to be very enthusiastic about having a representative on any city commission, especially library. So just want to let you know that we're getting together out there in Cambridge for a long time. It's not much happening here, but there is. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Commissioner Rooney. Any further announcements from commissioners on anything they've attended as commissioners? Well, you'll get used to it. All right, item 9B is San Jose Public Library Foundation Board. To our new commissioners, I am the liaison to the Library Foundation. I'd like to introduce to you our CEO of the Library Foundation, Dr. Don Coppin over there. Just wait. And with that, I will give some updates. Saturday, September 6th is the Family Literacy Festival. For those of you who are familiar with this is a collaboration between Christine Amaguchi, Olive Green Foundation, the Children's Discovery Museum, and the San Jose Public Library Foundation and the Family Literacy Festival. It promotes the importance of reading with celebrity and author story readings, hands-on activity, and a family-friendly environment. It's oriented to children ages 2 to 8 and their adults from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. with most of the celebrity readings between 11 to 3 p.m. We encourage commissioners with young children in their life to buy tickets, and you will see the QR code, so, that's where I think you can get tickets. Very good, yes, you have to get your tickets. So when I first read this, I thought it was like children oriented ages 2 to 8, and there are adults ages 9 to something, and I was like, oh, that's rough, but, I read it again. Okay. So the Library Foundation staff did also join, the library, at the Quakes Community Night and, the Career Online High School graduation, so it's great to see that partnership continue. And the, Library Foundation board and staff will be participating in this year's Pride Parade with the San Jose Public Library, August 31st. And I think, you should find more information probably online. Okay, if you would like to walk with the library, that's, I think, from 12 to 6. Yeah. There's a million people who keep asking if I'm gonna walk with them, and, yeah, so I think it's 12 to 6. But reach out to, the library staff if you wish, or the foundation if you wish to walk with them. And then Saturday, November 15th, which is I'm very excited to see, is, the San Jose Public Library Foundation's second annual signature author fundraising event. We are going to be hosting Vicki Wynn, author of Boat Baby and well-known journalist, hometown girl here in San Jose, and, ask for our help in securing sponsorships for the event. And that sponsorship will be available from $1,000 and up. Please talk with Dawn, who I just pointed out to you, to provide leads or to get a sponsorship benefits packet. Individuals to the event will likely go on sale in October. Vicki Wynn, because I watch the news every night, I really love her, and then she decided to go national and is with NBC. In New York, but she is from San Jose. I think it's really cool that they have someone who is from here, so it would be really great if everyone tries to attend and share your sponsorship leads with Dawn.
Right.
Oh, yes. Okay, and I think that's it for the Library Foundation board announcements. I'll turn it back to you for the public stuff.
Yeah, so the Pride Parade is actually, so on Sunday, August 31st, from the step off time is from 10:30 to 12. That's a step off. So if you ever went to a Pride Parade, you know that it can be slow to get started. Because there's a big sort of fun area where everybody stages before the parade starts. So if you are interested in coming and marching with the library, please let us know, and then we'll be in touch about where we're staging.
Okay, great. With that said, we're going to move to item 10, information and upcoming opportunities for commission participation. You can check out the San Jose Public Library program calendar at www.sjpl.org. And I highly recommend you check that out. And then you'll have something to announce at the next meeting. Item 11 is, items for future commission meeting agendas. This is the, time where any commissioner would like to identify discussion items that may be considered for future meeting agendas. We got Commissioner Baker.
I'll say it aloud. I just want to double down on the request that Commissioner May said about the Carnegie grant.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we have a request to add the Carnegie grant, report back to a future, yes. Okay, great, perfect. Any other items? This is the ongoing one, so we want to right now. Let us speak now for hold your peace. Okay, great. Item 12, the next regular meeting will be held on September 17th, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the MLK Library, 3rd floor. I think that's in the, what is it called?
SJPL Works.
SJPL Works. Give yourself some time to find it if you are new. It took me a while. And I went up and down the escalator. I didn't know what I was doing. It's crazy. So. Okay, great. And they will post it at the escalator in case you're directly down, like I am. Or you just get distracted by the books, because I do that too. Okay, With that being said, our last item is the adjournment. I'm adjourning this meeting at 7:52 PM and I will see you all in September 4th.